Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome back to an episode of EU4, where we're playing as, well, Scandinavia now, and we're at war primarily against Austria, with the goal to take a little bit of territory over there, but nothing has happened. These giant 100k plus stacks keep wandering back and forth, but no attack is actually triggering. Meanwhile, we are being sieged out just a little bit, but not in a way that has me concerned. You're still moving to Treviso. These stacks are completely unwilling to engage one another. Now, it probably doesn't help that France is sitting here. Are you finally coming to Trent? You are. And they're on 1st November. You are moving fast, and that's without the fast movement. I would happily take an engagement in the mountains of Trent. The question is, can we reinforce in time? Start moving to Tyrol, which I'm going to start right away, even before there's an engagement. I don't even have a general over there. Although, I do have one of my generals over here. It's just a couple of dudes. I'm going to go ahead and try to get you over here right away for the plus. Nice if no one actually attached to it. Scare these guys off. Doesn't look like they will be. How many months in October? Or how many days in October? 31, right? Yes. On the 31st of October, we will commit the rest of our troops. Because the AI will no longer change their mind. Okay, they're coming in. So, yeah, we're going to break siege on Tyrol, which is fine. No, don't. One that's already moving, I don't care about you. The rest of you can be grouped up. We're going to select you, force march you, get your ass down here as quickly as possible. You are already force march and going there. We'll actually finish the move to Trent. You're going to go there, dragging some extra dudes with you, even though it means breaking the siege, and I'm totally okay with that. All right, so we're going to be pretty well outnumbered at first, but we are going to be fighting in the mountains. They have a maneuver of 2. Well, we won't have our general there, so they won't actually have the river crossing, which is too bad, because that would be pretty huge. All right. Oh, no, they did get it. Oh, Simon got there just in time with his maneuver of 5, so they've got a full -3, which is significant as hell. We've got higher discipline and higher tactics, mostly because of our higher discipline, and slightly higher base morale. We're going to be inflicting huge amounts of hits on them. Depending on how the rolls go, they could technically still win, especially since a lot of our troops won't get the right way, but now, look at that. We're at 2/3 of their force. And, oh, you were stopping in Tyrol? Really? Keep moving. 2/3 their force, and we have the mountain and slightly superior stats. Now, if these guys had decided to actually attack instead of sieging out Salzburg for some reason, oh, they might join in now, we'd have a real kerfuffle. France is going to start wiggling around too, though. Now we actually have superior numbers while having better terrain and stats, not to mention a crap ton more artillery, which is helpful. Although the big reinforcements are coming. France, you better be getting your ass down here. It's going to be incredibly important. We've got some French troops that are coming in here, which is pretty good. I'm going to keep sieging in Ansbach because it is technically the war goal, so what the hell. I think the repairs are done here, so I'll go ahead and move out there. I could probably detach a little bit of the fleet, but I think I feel better just having everything together. Of course, I could also be, you know, protecting trade and making some extra money. Right now, the combat stats are looking pretty good. They did roll a 0, even though I rolled poorly. Here, but look at that. Even though they rolled a 9 and I rolled a 6, they're still taking superior losses, which is great. You've arrived there. We lost the siege of Lunenburg, which is fine. We can get 10. Oh, we'll take the admin. 10 is nothing, but we're capped on prestige. So once again, Austria has superior numbers, but the stats are going to be so staggeringly in our favor. It's always conceivable that we might lose the battle by, you know, running out of morale, but we'll have killed a lot more people because of our higher discipline. Sometimes you want higher morale because you're only interested in just making sure you win the battles. And you have to remember, if something wins a battle, they are broken, they run away, you can do things. That's a hell of a nice set of reinforcements coming in here. This is probably the single largest battle I'll have ever witnessed in EU4, and I really hope that I remember to not just close the window so we can actually check the stats as to what went in there. I wish there was a total column. It's always annoying. It'll show you how many infantry, cavalry, artillery are in there. God damn, I bet you, all told, there's going to be almost, what, 750,000 people that will have fought here, maybe even 1 million. I mean, obviously, we're not quite there yet, but a lot of people have died. This battle is going to continue to rage on for quite some time. Quite some time indeed. I think, given the fact that I have a lot of money, what'll be the right thing to do here is a massive consolidate afterwards, just because the reinforcement time in foreign territory takes a long time. And reinforcements cost money, so if instead I do a mass consolidate, followed by a just a big recruitment drive. It might end up costing more money overall, but it'll be pretty handy. So we annexed Silesia. Boom. And we are under attack in Trent. Oh, I think because the Silesian army is just flipped to our control, which is kind of interesting. We've got a 1 stack over here that's not doing much. I'll get you to join in Augsburg, or Ansbach. I'm now over my force limit. Oh, because all the Silesian troops that are in here are now mine. And so, but that's okay. We're going to do a big consolidate relatively soon, which will be okay. We're still making money as is. Apparently, we need to convert the Silesian provinces. I think Silesia as a whole is actually... Oh, Pope discovered duplicity. That's only minus 30. It's nice. We've got this proper blue line going down here. A few more enemy sieges that are doing here and there. But the important thing is to win the first big battle. Ooh, we're actually losing more people there. No, there we go. Now it's fixed. We will win the battle, but it's not going to be the war by any stretch of the imagination. On the other hand, what's extraordinarily helpful is the fact that we have massive amounts of manpower and money. And so we'll be able to rebuild perfectly fine, whereas everyone else is going to be in bad shape. Also, they're going to be scattered to the 9 winds, and we might be able to stack wipe a few of these groups. In fact, I'm going to be focusing on that. There's going to be a lot of force march and chasing down of groups for some stack wiping. They're losing huge numbers. This is just ridiculous. The combat width, what's the combat width here? Only 18. It is a mountain, which is one of the reasons the battle is taking so long. But the fact that we have, well, I was going to say superior artillery, but they actually reinforce with a lot of artillery. Bam, only 1.6 war score from the Battle of Trent? Really? Really? So the Austrians lost 27,000 infantry, 11,000 cavalry, only 2,500 cannons. We lost no cannons whatsoever. We lost almost as much infantry, almost as much cavalry, honestly. But we went in with a lot fewer troops. And we won the battle, which is pretty important. Wow, this is actually quite stunning. I can't believe how few people died. It's probably because it was in the mountains. On the other hand, because it was in the mountains, we were able to win. So, we've got all 3 of our leaders are here, which I don't think is going to be quite necessary. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to try to get up something slightly balanced. Let me... Technically the least good. Cancel you. Cancel you. Group you guys together into one. That's an 84k stack. You know what? We might just want one giant stack. Select this giant army. We're going to force march you. Oh, we'll consolidate. Force march you probably to Vienna. Then we're going to select our troops again. We're going to drop the one who's already moving. We're going to group these guys. We're going to consolidate your regiments as well. And you're already on force march, which is great. We're also going to have you go to Vienna because that's almost certainly where they're going. And I'm willing to take an engagement in the woods there. You are attaching... You can allow attachment as well, and hopefully they will follow. It might not work. With the force march, we might get there early enough that they won't have reloaded the morale. We'll see. So now we're sitting... Our army force limit is nowhere near maxed, and that's okay. So we've got our template. I'll go ahead and assemble 2 more groups over there. There'll be a lot of duplication. That'll be okay. And we'll get them to go there, and then we'll go and stop these fools. Oh, apparently we're fighting the Polish in Linz. They will have the mountains on their side, but not particularly concerning since we are going to go there with a double stack. So you go in there, you're going there. You're taking different routes. That's interesting. I wonder why they would have chosen that. I'm hoping they're going to the capital. You're going to Graz right now. No, you are going to the capital. I'll take whatever route is faster, I suppose. A little bit weird. We have numbers. We're not going to have massive morale. And we are going to have the -1 because of the woods. I think it's -1. But we won't have a river crossing. Technically between Vienna and Linz, there is a river, it considers it. What's my maneuver over here? 5. Your maneuver is also... Oh, it's only going to be a 2, so I'm not going to get the river crossing. Good. Okay. Back in Hanover, a little bit of that. So yeah, we didn't have tons of morale in the bank, but we're going to have massive numbers, only a -1. It's actually it's not our king. Von Habsburg. We have our king is acting as a great general? No, Habsburg. It's their side. Derp. I'm not Habsburg. I was just playing a CK2 campaign where I was. That's why I'm a little bit confused. So they're taking huge losses on their side. It looks like they're not going to get stack wiped. They've reached the point where they can technically retreat. I won't need both. I can let one rest, maybe take Vienna, and the other one will run in this direction. Still a lot of incentive to take the mountains. And actually, I could go and tussle with some troops over here. Maybe I should move everyone. It costs a lot more manpower, or military points. Sure. but then I can keep everything together. I could also move to friendly territory to increase reinforcements rates. You know what? I'm going to move them together, because then I'm going to want to go north and try to wipe out some of these other armies. The Brandenburgians in particular are very scary. There's no way they're retreating to just here. They're going to be retreating quite far away. Keep the force march on, that way I don't fall too far behind, then they're not really going to get a morale tick. They are the primary target, so if they feel beat up, it's going to really help our our peace treaty negotiations. And we'll go that way. We're arriving everywhere first, which means we're actually going to get the defensive bonus. Not getting much in the way of a morale tick, but other than that, we're going to be okay. Shoot, there might be some French troops already wherever the hell they're going. Lost a siege. Where are they going now? Really? Well, you're not going to stop in Alsace. Probably going to Metz or something. But when we can go and wipe out some of these guys as well. There's lots of stuff we can do. I should maybe be less focused on the Austrian army here. Oh, did I not complete my move? Really not much left over here. Oh, I'm losing huge numbers. Okay, I'll definitely need to let my morale recharge after this. And I randomly lost a general. That's annoying. The one that's not assigned to anything should go there. I mean, we'll win the battle, obviously. Ah, that's actually a little bit annoying. What I'm going to do is grab these guys. I'm going to do a big consolidate, because again, we're in foreign territory and reinforcements take a while. We got a decent general who will swing back this way. Then probably rest in Ansbach. And I'll keep spending money to just recruit armies again. It is pretty fast. I mean, it'd be faster if I had actual mercs, but this is going to work out perfectly fine. Spend money to rebuild the army in a way that may not expect. It's going to burn through manpower. Well, just as fast as reinforcements, I suppose. Except, no, faster, because reinforcements is slow. So it's still good, actually. This is faster than waiting for the reinforcements. Hoping we don't lose that battle. We might reinforce just in time. We are force marching. There we go. And I'm definitely going to have to let my army rest a little bit. It looks like Brandenburg will come in. I don't have much in the way of morale. Okay, we're done. So let me merge these guys up. I'm not going to consolidate again, though. I'm going to... Force march is gone. I'm going to split this stack in half. And go ahead and move some dudes over here. And we're just going to rest in this area. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and... Actually, we should be reinforcing in fine if we can. Just because if they do want to come at me, they're going to go take a river crossing. And I certainly want to avoid a river crossing to initiate the attack, because that would be quite poor. Woods and forest. Okay, so either way, we get a nice defensive bonus over here if they do come at me. These are Brandenburgian troops, so they're pretty good, and we're not fully, moraled up. We don't have tons of infantry, although we have enough to hold the front line, which is what's important here. No, they are going to come at me. And I'm okay with that. So they're going to get there on the 16th. So on the 15th, we will move from the other province. We're not fully reinforced. I'm actually going to run a consolidate here just to make sure my front lines are as solid as possible before the battle is joined. Should be some reinforcements. Now on the 15th, so yeah, 16th, I will actually detach a minimal siege over here, then force march the rest into here with a decent general. So these guys aren't going to have a general to start off with, but we should have vastly superior numbers. Vastly superior. We're taking some extra hits, and we're not going to have the morale in the bank regardless. Come on, join the battle before we lose. There we go. We should be okay. Starting with such poor morale is hard. We may end up losing a battle. We're currently losing superior men. Brandenburg is sick. Look at this. They've got massive discipline, massive tactics. Not only that, but they have huge modifiers in their infantry. I don't think I can see it from here, but their infantry is just like massively more competent in everything. But we have 2-to-1 odds and defense, and we will get a little bit of reinforcements, so we should hopefully be okay. Meanwhile, you guys keep merging up in the front here. We'll eventually go and fight these guys off. How is our war exhaustion? It is climbing, but it's not too bad. Might be worth raising war taxes. No, we're making huge money. Why would I need war taxes right now? I could go and get a bunch of mercs. Mercs are mega fast. You know what? I'm making huge money. I'm below my force limit. I do have tons of manpower left, but in the interest of accelerating things, Hire all the mercs we can. We may lose this battle based on going in with very poor morale. And they have much higher base morale, which means they do more morale damage. We are going to get some reinforcements soon. If they come in, they will provide a big, much-needed morale boost. Make us feel a little bit more rested, which is nice. Oh yeah, and we're actually hiring some troops there too. Alright, I think we're going to be okay. It's always risky. Fighting Brandenburg is always a massive risk, but now that we've been reinforced, we're going to be fine. I still want to finish the siege of Ansbach over there. There we go. Nice battle has been won. And again, in the interest of letting morale actually recharge, I'm not going to chase with these guys. I'm going to split them so I get some people in Ansbach again, so we can actually finish that siege, start getting the ticking war goal. Looks like France is going to win a battle against Austria. I mean, Austria is more or less out of the game at this point. Well, out of the war. They don't have the ability to field much of an army anymore. If we take a look at them, they only have 6,000 manpower and 13,000 out there right now. They are completely out. Brandenburg's the only thing that's probably keeping these guys in the war at all, and that's not much of a thing for very long. Yeah, I'm happy to get the mercs there. It'll be nice to go and kill these guys. We're just waiting for a few more people to show up. Starting to be a pretty good group, although Brandenburg will be nearby to reinforce if I go and attack in Mecklenburg. But we've got woods over here. Why don't I just go and move everyone into Lüneburg at this point? I think that's probably fine. Break the siege. If they want to come at me, well, they could come at me with superior numbers, I suppose. Oh, they're going to go and reinforce in Mecklenburg specifically. Still, I don't know. I'm feeling relatively safe-ish. Moving over here, I think we'll be okay. Bit of a risk, not that much. Okay, we've got the war goal. Good. We're going to merge these guys up. And I think what I might do is move my armies north at this point. I could help siege Niederbayern, but I'm more interested, I think, in making sure that nothing terrible happens in the north. Actually, what I could do at this point, I think, is go ahead and tell my vassals that they can be aggressive and probably start sieging. We're probably fine. Especially with France still buzzing around and just providing just big numbers. So yeah, let me move up here. We'll leave this stack here. They've got the full cannon bonus. No leader. And certainly a siege leader could accelerate things a little bit, but we'll be alright. Minor battle, that doesn't matter. You're arriving in Kurland. Rovia is under attack, technically. Ansbach. You can actually potentially retake it, but Württemberg is on the job, and we could always do a quick reinforce from here if anything comes up. Any chance we're going to catch those guys? Yes, we are. Good. Oh, France. All right, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, France. Oh, actually, you got that. You're fine. I don't need to reinforce. Actually, the thing that might be the thing to do is intercept, although that's the only bit that's a Brandenburgian. Might be hard to intercept. Not impossible, though. Worry about desieging this later. Go ahead and move into Rupen and then see where these guys might go. I'm going to try to avoid doing the rush, the force march. No, because I got tons of army. Move these guys in as well, and we're going to be fine. Okay. All right, mighty fortress, yada, yada, yada. Everyone jump into Potsdam. We should be able to catch them. France is here as well, too, so we're going to have massive numbers. Ansbach, not a concern. This is the war goal, so the AI is likely to come and try to go there a lot, but they don't have numbers to do anything that matters in any way whatsoever. So now the question becomes a little bit... Beyond the two provinces we were looking for, is there anything else we want to take? Should I be sieging out Brandenburg for any kind of reason? Well, maybe. Honestly, just to weaken them for future wars? Who can I separate peace out? That's another great question. I can't separate peace out Brandenburg. That's too bad. Alsace, Cologne, Crete, Milan, the Papal States, Wallachia. It's too bad that Brandenburg can't be separate pieced out because I wouldn't necessarily look to take something from them as much as just weaken them. And it would be really nice to be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and move in this general direction to stomp anyone who happens to be in Ansbach and then sit in a nearby province as well. Just feel good about myself. Arrived in Brandenburg, not enough to besiege though. You got a CB against Hungary, which doesn't really matter too terribly much. You're just sitting here sieging. I think more war damage against Austria specifically is going to be key, because while I may not want to take much from them, we can try to break them, maybe force them to release a bunch of vassals and just weaken Austria, because they're really the only threat that's left. And get you guys to maybe de-siege Vorporman. Not that it's really hurting my war score that much. No. Gonna get you move here, and hold shift and go there. Various armies are arriving all over. You're grouping something up a little bit here. Do we want to go and maybe go after Poland? I'm assuming... Oops. Oh, go here, let's say. Alright, go to Plock then. That's good enough. Or go to Warsaw, their capital. There. We can't take it, but it'd be annoying. I can't separate piece them out. But we can hit their capital and just generally make them a bit more miserable. Well, unless we want to take something that we can take. It's not going to matter. We're not really going to be able to take anything from Poland. Well, we could. We could ask Austria specifically just for stuff from Poland, but it doesn't seem that terribly important, does it? Oh, we should take Vienna, because that'll really hurt the Austrian morale. All right, if your capital is gone, no, don't. Fine, use the ships. I don't care. Little skirmishes that don't matter. Don't even give me any war score. Very exciting set of fights over here, and really, I mean, we are spending a little bit of money. But other than that, we're not investing that many resources in there. We spent a little bit of military power early on to get some force marching. But it really hurts the people who are specifically our rivals. Oh, and that's the other thing to remember. We should be able to get a lot of power projection out of this, which is really nice. That translates to a lot of various power points, which we want. Consider this to be my PowerPoint presentation. We're good here. I'm going to split this down just a little bit and move some people over to Ostmarch. Or Ostmark. Probably Mark. I actually don't know. Oh, whatever. I'll read it March because, you know, that's the word it looks like in English. Excellent. So this is my soft war goal, not the one I actually announced for, but one I certainly personally want. You go there. The rest of these guys, you can move into... Oh, I should have been in Tyrol because taking that is a high-value target. I wonder... It's far enough away France may not occupy it themselves. They may give up the occupation for myself. It would be nice. Oh, slight skirmish over there. Really? Detach and go. You go and reinforce. Can't I merge these guys up? What? Why can't I group these guys? That seems odd to me. Not letting me hit the group command. Alright, at this point, you know what I can probably do is detach a minimal siege, and the rest of you guys can just actually patrol around the English Sea. Which channel? Which I can't see in the list because of reasons. There it is. People feel good. Alright, random +1 stability. Love it. Now I'm really happy I didn't take that +1 stability event a little while ago, because I already would have been at stability 3. Stability 3 is so good. 15% more taxes. Like, stupendously good. Also really key if you're needing to do conversions, which I'm not, so it's not. No. All my diplomats are currently free. I don't think that there's a possibility that I can annex anyone anytime soon. Suck up to some of my colonies, but it seems a little bit silly. Württemberg, I'm about to give you a province, so if I'm going to suck up to anyone, it would be really nice if I could improve relations with you. Most of my vassals will, of course, hate me because of annexed vassals and annexed member of the HRE. I think they're all way too far gone for have any hope whatsoever. But I'll go ahead and keep improving relations, maybe with some of the worst ones, just so that they're not quite as inclined to start an independence war. Not that I'm terribly concerned about it. You're already pretty improved. You're already pretty improved. You're already pretty improved. You haven't really done. So there we go. All right, type some diplomats over there, which is fine. Mostly we just have to wait, but we are down to only 9 of 6 diplomatic relations, which isn't bad. We do have to remember that the next heir has like no diplo points whatsoever, so it might be a little dicey then, but overall we're going to be okay. Move down there a little bit. And yeah, so now mostly just trying to run up the war score, which some of it will come naturally because we do have ticking war score, which is nice. Why don't you run yourself down to over here? Increased autonomy expired, which is good. That actually gets rid of some of the potential rebellion risk. Yeah, we'll try to leave a bunch of people here in the capital. Our leader has only +1 leader siege. Oh, that's too bad. Be nice to speed that along, but that's ultimately okay, and I'm not too concerned. Mighty Fortress here is under attack. No, it's really not. Do. Oh, I don't really want to lose that siege, but I'm still not too scared. Move you to Warsaw just in case something weird happens over there. All right. Kill everything. Take over everything. That's a lot of troops. I'm happy France jumped in. Hopefully they're feeling pretty good. Lithuania, I could conceivably call to arms them soon. No, they're still going to feel threatened, and they may not ever stop feeling threatened just because of our relative size and the fact that, well, I'm literally giving them a giant hug from every side. And that's enough to make someone feel uncomfortable. I understand it. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.